Well, morning everyone. It's Sunday morning. I've just come out for a little walk with the dogs. Here they are. And I've come up here. This is Shipley Tor behind me. But that's not the reason that I've come up here. I've come up to Shipley Tor because I want to get a look at the other side of the valley. So I'm just going to turn the camera around. I want us to think a little bit more about the Bronze Age this week. And on the other side of this valley, if you look carefully, you can see that there's a sort of faint circle on the hillside, and that is a Bronze Age settlement. And sometimes it's a bit easier to see them from a bit further away. When you're standing inside them, it all looks a bit overgrown. But that's where I'm headed this morning, and I've got to walk down the valley and back up the other side, so it's going to take me about 40 minutes to get there. So I'll just stop this and then I'll set off. Little lamb coming this way. I think he's lost his mummy. Hello. Hello. Where's your mummy? Go and find her. So that's Shipley Tor in the distance, and this is, I don't know, I was saying it's quite difficult to see now, but stretching out in front of you here and curving round like this is the settlement. And then in the middle of the settlement here, we've got Bronze Age hut circle. So we're just going to go and that's a bit windy up here. Sorry about that. I'm thinking that this big post here must be the gate post, the front entrance. So I'll just knock on the door. Hello, anyone at home? Here I am this morning, and I'm now sat down in the hut circle. I don't know if you can hear the skylarks singing. Behind me is Shipley Tor, which is the first hill that I walked up this morning. And I like the idea that this is the same view that the Bronze Age people who lived here had all of those years, 3,000 years ago, and that it hasn't changed very much. Now there's lots and lots of Bronze Age remains on the southern side of Dartmoor, particularly on the river systems. And there's about 5,000 of these hut circles, and some of them are really very well preserved, and some of them are a bit more like this one. And this one isn't my favourite one, but it is the one that's closest to my house. It takes me about 20 minutes to walk here if I come the quick way. But this week our topic challenge is to think about life in Bronze Age Dartmoor, and because that's where these remains are. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to do a little bit of research about what a roundhouse was like, what these hut circles were like when people were living in them. And I would like you to do a bit of research about how they were built, and what materials they were made of. And you could make up a little model if you wanted to, or you could draw an illustration. There's lots of resources online to find. And you might even want to draw an entire Bronze Age settlement if you like, because they had this sort of wall around the outside with sometimes many hut circles inside. This one's only just got this one in it, but if you go to somewhere like Grimspound, which is probably the most famous spot on Dartmoor, I think there's something like nearly 30 roundhouses inside the settlement there. Okay, so I'm after life in a Bronze Age roundhouse. That's the challenge. Right, before I walk off back home, I think it's just worth having a little listen to those skylarks. Well, as usual, I've decided to go the slightly longer way home, and actually it's quite good because if you look on the other side of where I'm standing here, you can see the curve of another settlement here, and I happen to know that there's quite a few more up this valley here. This is called the Bala. Oh, listen. That's my first cuckoo of the spring. So I think I was interrupted by the cuckoo. I was about to tell you that this little valley here, this is called the Bala Valley, and it's looking really quite nice with this bright yellow gorse in flower at the moment, and that's heading up towards right on the horizon there, Eastern Whittlesborough, the submarine, and that is the end.